Alright, so last night I couldn't help myself and I hit up my mate that I swapped the wheels for the 33, and I was like, I need them back for the 14. So that's what I did. I couldn't help myself. So I got them back because they'll look amazing on the 14 that we're giving away. And I forgot, I didn't mention anything about the Ghetto 33 that we picked up. So this thing, I think we'll make it the new drift school car and the guest driver car for Battle Royale when things pick up again. But we might give it away too. We'll see what happens. She's just turbo auto, so she needs a manual conversion. It's actually pretty straight. It's had a paint job, but not like cut and polish, so it looks sort of funky, as you can see. Sort of looks matte, so we can try and get it glossed up again and drop her on some coils and put a manual in it. And I've got some old parts from the 33 that I can try chuck in there. Came with the body kit and stuff too, so we'll see what happens. I might put a stock kit on it and keep that stuff spare. We'll figure it out, but plenty of things to be done. But today I'm going to clean up this S14, make it real nice for whoever wins this thing. So quick look under this thing. It's got brand new BC coilovers. I'm not sure what spring rates. It felt pretty stiff. I have a feeling that it's got the usual 8-6 combo. He said it's got slip-on rack spacers, which I think they're in there. Oh shit, how am I filming? Yeah, I think they're under there. We just kept that washer on, like I said you shouldn't do, which is probably stopping it from running any extra. So it's probably doing nothing. So I could pull that off, but probably too lazy. We'll see what happens. But that's pointless anyway with the lock stops. So you can see it's been ramming the lock stop there. So probably rip them off. It's got front mount, it's all pretty good nick, it's all there. What else have we got here? Exhaust is alright, it's got like I think it's a 3-inch or 2.5 high flow muffler. High flow cat, a little muffler. Then straight through to 3-inch blasty with some ghetto welds that I might grind back and clean up a bit. It's missing bolt, which isn't ideal. I might spray this up black too, clean it up. Looks a bit shat. Car definitely needs a wash today, that's the other thing. She's got a weldy in there, she's got camber arms. More BC coil things. I think the alignment looks pretty good on this thing, so should be able to leave that. What else have we got here? I did notice it's missing a bolt here. I'll chuck one in there. That's pretty much it, I think, for this car. She's pretty good. Might drop the height. I'm pretty much just going to fit these T7Rs, 18 by 9.5 plus 12. They should fit mint on the go. They've got some small tyres that it needs to have good fitment to pull them off. So I'm going to make that happen. And she's got, need to fix that bumper clip. And the rear has a little dint that I want to try and push out with some hot water heat gun. Push that out, and she'll look mint. Give her a wash. A couple of Keepin stickers. I'll get into it. First job done. So it turns out this hole was stripped, so I got a matching thread bolt, cut the head off, welded it in the hole, grinded her back so she fits in there nice, and now I've got a nut. Chuck that nut on. Oh, here. Oh, already crossed through it. And she's good to go. So it's pretty funny. You need 4 sockets for just this section. That's a 12, that's 13, that's 14, that's 13, and then now this is 15. You can get, you'll be able to get a 13 mil or 14 mil nut for this, but that's what I had laying around, so better than nothing. At least she'll be strong. Dug her in. Hopefully my welds don't snap. There you go. Now she's solid. Wouldn't let it leave any other way. Alright. So I sprayed up the tailpipe. Should look a bit nicer. The little things make a difference. Found a bolt for that hole there. Found a nut for that one. And what else was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. I put a little cut on the LCAs to cut off these lock stoppers, so I can actually get some extra lock out of keeps going out of focus. Get some lock out of these. I just gotta so you cut one side, it's a bit awkward to get in there. Cut a little bit of the LCA too, that's a bonus. But I just gotta hammer in a little wedge of some sort. I'll see what I've got, pry bar, and then just pry it back and forwards, and I should eventually snap that weld off, and then you will no longer hit things. Could actually just chop from here across, and that shouldn't, because that swings. You can obviously see, you can see that little dent where it's been hitting, but better to remove the whole thing, just because. So I'll see how I go. I got that pried open. I then soon realised that these are actually different to Skyline, I think, and I don't know if you can see, but they actually wrap over the top and weld over the top. Might better see this side. Maybe somewhere in there. So I just went nuts with the grinder. I've got almost this bottom piece off, and we'll have to maybe attack it a different way to get that top bit off. I'm not sure entirely how we'll do it. Might just have to attack it with the wheeler down lower and get these bottom bits off, and then see how we go. I didn't end up having to cut this one more. I got through it up a little bit that side and just got on the vice grips, giving it a bit of backwards and forwards, and she's coming. Somewhere there. And there you have it. Gone. Ready for all the lock. As you can see, she was hitting there. See you later. So got that little bit off this side. So now I'll do the same thing to that top. I could even get the grinder in from bottom angle now, but yeah, she'll be off in a second. I gave her a little relief cut under there, and just have to do the same thing. God dang it. So hard to hold. I need to get like a head mount camera or some shit. This. I'm just gonna break it at the top. Yeah, I can see it cracking up there. And then I should be able to get the grinder in there now. Just take off those last little bits, clean it up. And cleaned up that little edge there. Yeah, it's not the neatest, but it'll bloody do the job for now. It'll get you more lock. Got this dint to get out next. I'm gonna try the hot gun method. seen people do it with hot water and cold water or some shit, but I'm sure this will work similar. And maybe get in there with the jack handle and just heat her up a bit. Got some cold water. So try quickly put some cold water, then try push it out. Some people use a dildo. I wish I had a dildo. I'm just kidding, I got like 20 at home. What? How's she feeling? Cold. This area she needs it. Oh yeah, that's getting fun. Okay. Got my drag bottle. So I got the jack pot ready. Let's pour a little bit. I'll get the handle. Try to shove right there. Buzzy. Oh god, damn. It's getting there. Oh, there she is. I don't know if that came up. It worked. There you go. Try the bottom bit down here. Oh yeah. Better than it was. Might just refine it with not holding the phone, makes things extremely difficult. Not that camera set up right. You're sitting there. Alright, heat her up tiny bit more. Still hot. A little bit more. Push it with my hand. Should have been an elevator. Oh. Damn, son. That's hot. I wouldn't even know it actually. It's tiny bit here. Oh, fucking mint. Get some up close on that. Half a little scratch mark. I'll probably buff out. There's that little dint down there, but she's not bad enough. I'll try pop it from inside the boot a tiny bit. She's pretty nice. Almost the same as that side. See? See that? Pretty happy with that. So, found some like 30-year-old cut and polish in a Gatorade bottle in the Nug 33. Chucked it on the rag. May have overdone it. Rubbed it on where it had the damage. I don't know if it hit a tie wall or something. She's looking alright, but this is just caked on there a bit. But I gave her a bit of a rub. Could tell pretty quickly that it's starting to look a bit better. I just might throw a bit of water on the rag. See how much. I'll give her some drinking water. Chuck a bit of water on the rag. Try to wipe her off. See how she looks. This stuff's hell greasy. Hell greasy. Oh yeah, she's coming up. Still a few little scratches, but all that tyre stuff. Damn, boy. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Literally, almost can't tell. Apart from the cracks, she's shiny again. Whew. She needs a bit more, but and look, from this distance, which is usual distance, you'd look at a drifter, you wouldn't even know. Just that little scratch on top. Loves it. Wait till I get the wheels on, put it on the ground. It's gonna look like a brand new car. So, pulled the D1Rs off. The old China boys, can't be giving it away on them. Fixed up the boot. I was sitting up a little bit, so I got it pretty good now. Just adjust the boot lock. The exhaust is back on. It's much neater. Being black, see under there. It's much neater. You sort of see the new BCs now. So I've just undone them, ready to adjust the lows to match these T7Rs. So if you don't know already, these are the wheels that I swapped for the Rays 57 DRs, I think they are. So they're my old wheels. He put some smaller tyres on them, and he actually cleaned them up a bit and sprayed them with a similar colour to Genuine. I think they're originally MGM. So he's a little bit lighter, a little bit more bronze than the matte gunmetal from factory. And he's taken off the work stickers, but they're a bit worse for wear anyway. So, but they look real nice and neat, nice and fresh. So I've got the fronts on. It's got a 20mm spacer, and they actually sit perfect. I look forward to seeing how they sit, like right on the guard. I reckon they'll sit right in there. Might need to get the old trusty pole out. Fixed up that bumper as well. Got a bolt back in that. So she's looking pretty neat. There she is, the old trusty pole. I'll definitely try to do a better job on this one if I do get that out. The 34 is a little bit more getter than this car is. This one's much nicer. Give you a quick look on the interior. So she's got the OMP wheel, the old extendo handbrake. I'm going to tighten that up a bit, which is a bit loose. Dash has fallen out. I think that's a normal thing. Danny had a S14, her dash always fell out. It's got some gauge holder thing. Annoyingly, I don't like these door cards. They've replaced the stock with shitty alloy, so you can't even actually open the door. I think they put the window switches, they're not even on this side. They're down the bottom on that side for the window switches. Yeah, not a huge fan. But whatever, race spec. The old race spec floor mats. Cusco sprayed cams, Schedule J half cage. You pull out those stockies. I think it's a China Bride. I've tried to look into it. It's real faded and it feels pretty firm. Definitely moves around a bit more than the genuine sparklers in the 33. But looking at all the stuff that says on the net about being fake or real, all the stitching, everything, like the fabric, it all feels good and everything's aligned and looks right. But the only thing that turns me off, it doesn't have any of the factory FIA stickers or Bride stickers or anything on it. So, and the flimsiness sort of pushes me more towards it being fake. But a bucket's a bucket. Especially these ones are made good enough, especially for learners. So yeah, she's full stripped interior. So once again, not the biggest fan on it, but I don't know. It makes more noises, so it makes it feel like you're going faster in something like this. I mean, it is turbo. The other thing I dislike about it is the gauge. I mean, not the gauge, the screamer. They've cut a hole in the bonnet, which sort of ruined this car from being clean on the outside. But I'll get, it's got a I think that the old gate that was on it stuffed up. It was a Turbo Smart, and they put a China gate on there. I'm gonna pull that up. 33 might donate its Turbo Smart 40mm gate and the Screamer. I reckon it should line up enough to come out the bonnet there. So may as well fill the hole. Or if I could find another, yeah, we'll find another bonnet if one pops up. Neaten it up. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get this other back wheels on and maybe adjust the lows and get it down. See how she looks. I think she's gonna look 1,000 times better. Oof, she's sitting pretty. I got the rears on, and I think when that drops in and hopefully cambers a little bit, but it's pretty flush. Hey, yeah, she's gonna sit pretty nice, I reckon. I'm gonna pull these stockies out because the hoist sits a bit high off the ground. I want to make a little platform that I can just drive onto, so I don't have to jack it up and down to get it on the hoist. But I might sit the stockies under the wheels for now, so I can drop it up and down and play with the height a bit, fine tune it, get them to sit real nice. Alright, so without changing anything, she's ready to drop. Got some wheels underneath it. Let's see how she sits. Check it, make sure it's gonna sit on the actual wheels. So good. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Oh shit, I forgot it wasn't in gear. Ooh. That is actually perfect. Don't even need to do anything. How's that? It's literally right on the go. These tyres are a little bit small for my liking, but being big wheels, 18s on a pretty small car, yeah, it helps pull them off a little bit. So I think maybe this side, I reckon the front can go down a little bit, just to even it out a bit, and yeah, should be nice. It could do with some skirts, I reckon. Some skirts would help the cause, but I reckon I'll drop it a tiny bit. I think they're a little bit uneven actually as well on the front, so I'll try to even them up a bit. Drop the front tiny bit, and she's pretty much good to go. I don't think the rear can go much more. Maybe that's like a finger's gap. What happens when I push on it? When the camper's in, I'd probably go a bit more. Almost tuck rim, make it full hot boy. Why not? See what happens. So while I had it down, I figured I'd do a quick suss under the bonnet, film a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty stuck. It should dose actually. It's got a little dose pizzle there, the airflow meter. That's what I was talking about, the China gate. Not ideal. Definitely don't want to run an eBay gate. Do not trust that stuff, especially one that's that large for whatever reason. But yeah, just a pretty basic cooler kit. Catch can, not hooked up. Yeah, still, I don't know why it's got a catch can. It still runs all the stock breather, recirc stuff. Yeah, she's pretty stock. It's pretty basic. Old owner said something about a little misfire, so I have to have a look at that. Said something about covering up the coils can fix it, so I might have a quick look, suss it out. But yeah, she is pretty clean, pretty stock. Alright, time to slam it. I decided I'm going to go 30mm on the rear, 25 on the front. Should tuck rim and sit on rim on the front. See what happens and see if it's drivable. Alright, so all I managed to get out of the coilover was could only get about 10mm, 7 to 10mm on the rear, and it's maxed out the base height adjustment. And the fronts I got about, I think it was maybe 10 to 15, so it's a happy medium between what I wanted to go. But looking at the clearance, that's probably a good thing. It didn't go much lower on the front and rear, just for camber wise, to keep it pretty flat on the ground for drifting and not being retardedly low. It's probably going to sit at a good height, so let's have a look. they go more on the front, but it's still got like, still got half a finger's gap there. It's pretty nice. At least it's sitting on the tire now. Like, real life versus video. Video looks better. It's pretty respectable height, I think. Just on the tyre. I mean, just on the. I'd like it about here, but that'll have to do. Unless I'm gonna make the spring, undo the spring a bit, make that a bit uncaptive. But I think this is probably going to be a good height. It's pretty level all around. Real similar. Is that hitting? Nah, she is. We'll give that a look on the ground. See how she's sitting, see how the clearance is on lock to lock. Go from there. And she's looking pretty good. Alright. Got her off the hoist, off the wheels, now sitting on the ground. He's definitely at a respectable height. I think it's settled a little bit more too. I adjusted the dampers on the shocks too, they were full stiff. When I was running so stiff. So it should ride a bit softer too. Should be nice. But she's sitting good. Looks good on the ground. Oh, and the final touches for the Keepin Reet street banner with the white sticker. Essential thing. Yeah, she's looking good. And that dint fixed. Just needs a good wash now. Last couple of things tomorrow, clean the inside. Tighten handbrake, put the X-gate and run it out the bonnet with the screamer. The idle was a bit funny, but I found one of the idle control valve plugs was loose, so that's why we fixed it. Give her a wash. She's good to go. Yeah, boy.